With less than 2 weeks before the Nintendo eShop closes for the Wii U and 3DS, I wanted to make this video to act as a PSA for Zelda fans and Nintendo fans in general to remind you to download these digital games before it's too late. Believe it or not, there are tons of Zelda titles for both the 3DS and Wii U, and getting them digitally is a great and safe way to always have access to them. Especially when not all of these titles have been ported to the Nintendo Switch, and even with the Virtual Console titles, you can only play those ones through Nintendo Switch Online subscription. So technically, you will never truly own them on your Nintendo Switch, unlike how you can outright purchase them on the Wii U and 3DS eShop. So as long as you have that console with you, you'll pretty much own it forever. Now, while it isn't currently possible to add funds to your Wii U and 3DS eShops, you can easily do that through your Nintendo Switch. So let me quickly show you how to do that if you're looking to purchase any of these games. First, make sure you have a Nintendo Network ID and have it connected to your 3DS or Wii U, depending on what you plan on making purchases from. This is what gives you access to re-downloading your Wii U and 3DS eShop purchases and other online features. Next, head to your Nintendo Switch and open up your profile to merge your Nintendo Network ID with your Switch profile. From there, head to Friend Suggestions and click on the 3DS or Wii U icon depending on what console you plan on making purchases from. And then select Next on merging your friends to your Nintendo Switch. This will then take you to sign in to your Nintendo Network ID that you use on your 3DS or Wii U. After signing in, you're pretty much done. To then add funds for your purchases, open the Nintendo Switch eShop and click on your icon in the top right corner to reach your account information. From there, you can easily add funds to your Nintendo Switch profile, but to merge it to your 3DS and Wii U eShop, click on the gray text that literally says Merge Funds from 3DS/Wii U. From there, confirm the selection, and that's pretty much it. All the funds you add via the Nintendo Switch eShop will also be added to the Wii U and 3DS eShops. Now with that explained and out of the way, let's take a look at the many Zelda titles that are available for the 3DS and Wii U eShops. On the 3DS, there are a decent amount of 3DS Zelda titles and Virtual Console ones, which are all worth having on such a portable and compact system. For new 3DS owners, you can get A Link to the Past as a Virtual Console game. Along with that, you can get Hyrule Warriors Legends, which I don't advise since it's the same game as Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition on the Switch, just in much worse quality. The rest of the titles available are worth it though, from Triforce Heroes, Majora's Mask 3D, A Link Between Worlds, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time 3D, the original Legend of Zelda, and Link's Awakening DX. While you can still purchase physical copies of Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, Triforce Heroes, or A Link Between Worlds, the other games, which are virtual consoles, can only be purchased via the eShop. And since it isn't as easy to find those 3DS games physically anymore, you most likely won't find them for their regular price. So it makes having these games digitally worth it over scouring the internet for a physical copy. Outside Zelda, of course, there are tons of other great 3DS titles you can purchase from the eShop, along with tons of other Nintendo Virtual Console games. It's definitely worth taking a look at before it's gone forever. And while we're on the 3DS, let me not forget to mention the many themes available for them. These are purchasable through the 3DS theme shop, and while it has tons of different themes for many games, there are a huge amount of Zelda-themed ones. Even games like Breath of the Wild and Twilight Princess have themes for the 3DS when they aren't playable on it. It's honestly a really cool feature for the 3DS, and I made sure to purchase all of them alongside every title on my non-capture card 3DS for those wondering. Though on my capture card 3DS, which you are viewing through now, I am rocking the Skyward Sword theme. And let me say I love how dynamic these themes are and how they're all accompanied with a theme song in the background. Now for the Wii U, there are also a great deal of Zelda titles, both Wii U titles and Virtual Console. While Breath of the Wild isn't worth it if you own a Nintendo Switch, along with Skyward Sword since there is an HD version also on the Switch, games like Majora's Mask, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, Twilight Princess HD, and Ocarina of Time are all for sure worth it. Though it is weird how you can purchase Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks on the Wii U eShop and not the 3DS, when the 3DS is a more advanced version of the DS, which is what those games originally came out on. And even if you own the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, getting the Wii U Virtual Console is a nice addition, since it's based off the N64 releases and not the 3DS remakes developed by Grezzo. But to continue along, I would avoid Hyrule Warriors since, as mentioned before, they have a definitive edition on the Nintendo Switch. But you can also get Minish Cap, which actually isn't available on the 3DS Virtual Console. Of course, let's not forget the Wind Waker HD, a must-get for the Wii U. Along with again the option of getting games like A Link to the Past, Zelda 1, and Zelda 2 for the Wii U if you prefer it over the 3DS. And like the 3DS eShop, there are tons of non-Zelda games that are also worth getting. So if you own a Wii U, I highly advise you take a look before it's too late. Personally, I made sure to purchase all of these games digitally on both my 3DS as mentioned earlier and Wii U. And the reason you don't see them purchased from the footage playing is because I'm using a different account to record this video, as I'm not home and I didn't bring along my Wii U with me. I actually had my brother record the Wii U eShop footage and photoshopped my me on top of his so I wouldn't get questions about it. But yeah, it's sad that we are at the end of an era for both of these consoles now. And it really sucks that the Nintendo Switch hasn't replaced the need for these consoles, as we are still lacking tons of titles that are only exclusive to the Wii U and 3DS. Like, I really want Twilight Princess HD and the Wind Waker HD to be ported on the Nintendo Switch. It honestly sucks that I can't play those games on the go like I can with Skyward Sword HD and Breath of the Wild. Another thing that will be missed is the charm both of these eShops had compared to the Nintendo Switch. As when booting up both the Wii U and 3DS, you are greeted with an amazing theme that plays in the background, and so many categories to browse from. Yet when you open up the Nintendo Switch eShop, it's just silent. And there aren't even categories or fun things to browse through. You either see what Nintendo has on their main featured page, or search the game title yourself. It truly lost that charm Nintendo had, and I'm not sure why. I honestly hate how Nintendo has simplified the Switch so much when they were so creative with the 3DS and Wii U. Outside their eShops, the 3DS had an amazing menu with its many themes, along with the Wii U's menu and all the Miis scattered throughout it. Yet for the Nintendo Switch, again, just silent and nothing special going on. And now these consoles will die out even more without the ability to purchase digital games from them. While you still have the option of physical games, that pretty much excludes all the virtual console games you'll be able to get on them. And personally, over the years, I actually prefer digital games over physical, as it makes traveling with your entire catalog of games much easier, as you have access to all of those games whenever just by carrying the console. And that's why I have almost all my Switch games as well purchased digitally, as I own too many games and carrying around all those cartridges would be a nightmare. I know some people aren't a fan of digital games and prefer physical games over them, especially when you see it as a tangible object. It usually feels more worth the money, since digital games are just a downloaded file onto your console. But what makes me encourage getting them digitally is that with older titles, it isn't as easy to find them anymore. And if you do, it's either used and in bad condition or priced way higher than it should be. So having the option to still purchase them digitally is nice, and it's a shame Nintendo has to shut them down when these consoles aren't really that old. I can only presume the main reason Nintendo is doing this is to encourage more sales of digital games to be only on the Nintendo Switch, as that's their main console now. Because I doubt the cost it takes to keep these servers online is more than the amount of money they are making from people purchasing from it. It honestly just seems backwards and non-consumer friendly. But sadly, Nintendo has been on that path more and more recently, and I can't blame them because it is just a business. That's their main objective, to make more money. But it's just sad that they are killing off their previous two consoles when they haven't given us a proper replacement for them. I do really hope that eventually the Switch can replace the need of owning a 3DS and Wii U, but until that day comes, it's best to hold on to these consoles and make sure you have everything you need for them before it's too late. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on this video and share it around for others who need this PSA. As always, I've been ZM, and I'll see you all in the next one.